Agincourt absolutely ranks among the top British military histories of all time. It's right up there with Trafalgar, Waterloo, the Battle of Britain. It is some battle, and it took place in October. That's when I'm shooting this. October of 1415. Juliet Barker has written an absolutely terrific account of this battle. And it's the first book that I've read that's devoted solely to the Battle of Agincourt. The one I had read, the treatment I had read previously was John Keegan's Face of Battle, where Agincourt was just one of three battles that he dealt with in that book. Now, in Juliet Barker's book, there are three things that really came across to me and really struck me very much. The first was the character of Henry V. A very competent, devout, experienced military leader, and he was only 26. Now, what Juliet Barker does, I think, is to dispel any view you had of Henry V as a prince when he was Prince Hal. He dispels any view that you had of him that was based on Henry IV by William Shakespeare. Comes across as a really very super competent guy. The second thing that struck me about this book was the extent of the preparations that Henry V went through to prepare for the invasion of France. In terms of the assembly of ships, I think it was something like 1,500 ships that he got together, all the different types of people, equipment, and things like that he brought along with him. And, it put me in mind somewhat to the preparations that the Allies went through leading up to D-Day in 1944. Now, of course, this is a 1415 version of that, but it's very interesting, and Juliet Barker goes into some detail on this, and I found it, quite frankly, I found it fascinating. Now, the third thing that she does is to talk about and discuss in great detail Henry V's order to murder the prisoners that they had taken in during the 3 hours of the battle that Agincourt lasted. And her conclusion was that his decision to kill those prisoners was absolutely justified on the basis of military considerations. And she takes the view that it was actually the only decision that he could make that would keep the English army intact. Altogether, an absolutely sensational story, and of course, it's a story of the few, 6,000 or 7,000 Englishmen versus some bigger number, 2 or 12 or 18,000 Frenchmen. Great story. Now, I thoroughly recommend this book. I think she did a great job, and even though she's got an enormous amount of detail and background on military tactics, weapons, strategies, diplomatic background, customs in the Middle Ages, even though she's got all of that in this book, the book reads very, very well, very smoothly, a really enjoyable book. And I think an excellent book for history buffs. So that's the book for this week, Agincourt by Juliet Barker. I'll see you next week.